Your debut, ain't it, Matt?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
What's it like for you this year as opposed to, last season, you still trying to find your way a little bit? Last year, later after season, you kind of get established, and now you're kind of situated there as the man at right guard. What difference does it make for you?
I really don't think there's much of a difference. There's still a great competition there was last year. Everybody's fighting to try to get on the bus. I think everybody's just trying to become a better person on the field, off the field every day. And, I think that's very similar to how we were last year, and I think that's how it's going to continue to be.
What probably clicked for you last year, though?
I'll be honest with you, I really don't know, because, I felt like I did everything I could to get on the field early in the year. And, then whenever they just gave me my chance, I wanted to make the most of it.
What did you think about, I think all of us just looked at you and physically and go, well, that's a tackle. And it ends up being a guard that you finally break through. Do you feel like a guard yet, or are you a tackle playing guard? Or?
It really doesn't even. I don't even think about it, honestly. I'm out there to do what they need me to do to make our team the best that it can be. So wherever they want to put me, that's where I'll play.
It's hard not to notice that you and Isaiah next to each other make a pretty good wall.
Right.
What's the? How can you guys take advantage of that?
Obviously we're both big and strong. That right side can be something special. Every day we try to work on communication with each other. Make sure one person knows what's going on just as good as the next does. So, I feel like as long as we continue to work together, we can be unstoppable on the front five.
And do you feel like you've gotten better this offseason from when you started to play late last year?
Oh, absolutely. Our off-season conditioning program and everything like that, you have no option but to get better with the way that we've been working all winter, all summer. So, absolutely, I think every guy on the team has improved drastically from where they were last spring and even last fall.
What in particular did you want to work on?
Definitely play with my hands and pass protection better. I feel like that's something I went out and worked on every single day. And, I feel like it's paying off now.
You were 17 when you first got on campus, is that correct?
That's right.
How difficult was that being that young, being kind of thrust into that kind of situation, somebody got older and experienced and all that?
It made you grow up fast, but that was something I was kind of expecting, walking in here. So I knew what was in store for me, so I just wanted to make the most of it.
Are you on any special teams units?
The punch shield.
Were you on any last year?
Punch shield.
Punch shield as well last year. I just want to ask you this. They've been replaying that title game over and over. I just wonder, as a guy on the team, do you stop and watch, or is that something you don't even want to see when it's being replayed on TV?
I stop and watch it. I like to go back and see everything. And special teams are one of the biggest parts of our team. And that was one of the biggest difference between Coach Smart's first year and his second year here was just the difference in special teams. Guys buying into it, wanting to be a part of it. So. I feel like guys continue to buy into that more and more every single day, and it's going to do nothing but make us better.
You guys had a pump block in there. Did everybody watch the slow-mo when you guys reviewed that? Was that something everybody looked at and said, boy, that pump block, our guy wasn't offsides there? Is that something everybody
I think that's something everybody said, but, it's in the past. We're not going to dwell on that, so we'll keep moving on.
What do you think? That punch shield, big guy, you kind of jonesing for that first tackle.
I just hope that whenever it comes to make a tackle in open field on somebody that weighs 200 pounds less than I do, I hope I don't get embarrassed.
What's your impressions of Camarda being a freshman coming in and maybe having to, do that job?
I feel like he can handle it very well. I know all the specialists have been working really hard all summer, all off season. So, I have no doubt in any of our specialists.
You were talking a minute ago about growing up fast. Obviously, that was the challenge for Jake Fromm last year.
Mm-hmm.
What are the differences you see for him having that year under his belt?
He's got more confidence than anybody I've ever seen at the quarterback position. He's very vocal, knows all the checks, and that he knows what needs to be done. So our whole offensive line has faith in him to make the right calls, get us where we needed to be. So, he knows that he controls our offense and he can get us to do what he needs to be done.
Is there ever a moment where he's kind of like hesitant or maybe like, oh no, that's not what I meant, or is he ever indecisive?
Absolutely not. He makes a call that we make him right. That's what we're put out there to do.
It just so happens I was watching the G-Day replay the other day, and there was a sack when somebody was it? I know you might remember. Probably the only one somebody came free. I don't know if you remember that particular play. Somebody just blew through there, and and got to Fromm, and Zaire was doing the commentary. Do you recall that when somebody missed that? No? Okay. I didn't think there were many in that game, so I wondered if maybe.
Do you, this will be a weird sounding question, but I mean, what's it like to be in Cleveland? You know, you're when you're the size that you are, it's kind of, you're an unmistakable figure. Everybody knows, oh yeah, that's been Cleveland, and you know, there's kind of a mythical thing around you ever since you signed as a 5-star guy, and everybody goes, when's he gonna play? When's he gonna play? When's he gonna start?
Right, you know, I mean, growing up in a small town, you know, I never looked at myself as anything special. You know, I love the game of football, and you know, growing up, that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, I've kind of just taken it in stride and just try to do everything I can. You know, I don't look at myself any different than any other guys on this team. So, you know, I'm here to do what I can do to make this university the best.
Nobody's actually left any trucks lately, have they?
No.
That over?
Not no time soon.
Ben, I'm impressed with your beard.
Thank you.
As you can tell.
It's been growing a little while.
I was gonna say, how long has it been, how long did it take you to get to that point?
That's a good question. I trimmed it probably a month ago for a wedding, and I trimmed it down to about nothing. So, and then it got back to here. So, you know, I feel like I look real weird with a baby face now. So I think I'll just let this stay.
Is that